In this game, Łukasz took white, Larion took black. And in the first Joseki, Larion played a bit unusual. Normally, you would play here. And that's it. White might add a move, right? And that's it. That's a Joseki. Maybe white plays on the left side. But in the game, black played like this, hoping that it's more efficient. Maybe it's more points for black. But is it really? If white plays this move, it's actually not more points for black than in the normal variation. It's more only if black continues with such a move. But when will black have time to do it? So maybe it's not about points, but about making white weaker on the outside. But actually, it's making white stronger. Let's say black just played this move. White played here. Then later, black can play like this and that. And white has really an awkward shape. But after we bump like this, we cannot really cut there. Maybe we can cut here. And the ladder seems not good for white. But first of all, white can Atari. And then white can play here. So black is again not doing much. This is white's center move. So, oh sorry, probably from this side. So at the end of the day, white is not really weaker on the outside. And we also need to remember that we made an exchange, which is a bad exchange, going through a knight's move without cutting it afterwards is a bad idea. Then white played this Atari, and I need to admit that I felt inclined to play this Atari, but black very smartly didn't answer. Black didn't add a move, and let white capture these 4 stones. And indeed, these stones were small, and white shouldn't play here at all. Instead, maybe kick if we can, and then play on the side, or just play on the side. White is really making a big moyo on the bottom left, so it's an important direction. Black played elsewhere, and then white finished the shape, but it's, oh sorry, I have this enabled. Then we spent quite a few moves to capture these stones, so difficult to judge such things. How important this is. Of course, it's not just these 10 points, it's a super big thickness of white on the outside. On the other hand, black is also alive in the corner. Black also has all these corner points, so it's really not super big. So white lost center here, and then black played a move which attacks white's group. White invades the corner. And this is not a good idea. This sequence, 1, 2, 3, is played when there is no stone of black at A, or at B, or at C. So generally this is an important sequence to know. And if black doesn't play any of these moves, then after we played our beautiful 2-space jump, we very much like to continue this way, because the 2-space jump is a ladder breaker. This is the reasoning here. So black is likely forced to play like this, maybe something like this, or I don't know, like that. Tap, tap, let's say here, here, here. But if black plays this one, then it's not working anymore. The ladder breaker is not a ladder breaker anymore. Similarly, if black plays this famous Iglo sequence, also this doesn't work anymore. And also with the knight's move, which is an AI era most common continuation. Also here, the ladder works for black. So now black simply captures white stone in a ladder. The crosscut doesn't work. So generally white used the agi in not a correct time for that. And now there is some agi left in the corner, but white becomes weaker on the outside, and very sadly black is all connected. White played this and Atari, and black should capture, I think. Black should capture. And if white plays Atari, we can maybe play like this. Black chose a different move and white tried to create a shape. This move I don't like. Why wouldn't you play here? This way you get two moves, not just one move. Two moves. One move here, one move here, and not just one move there. So you connect, but you also get a bonus. You get a bonus of the Atari. So you can just start with the connection or with that move, which will be Atari after the connection. So why not playing here? This is one idea, but there is an even better idea. Even better idea is to play here, which is a super annoying move for black. Because if black plays like this, let's say, or like this, and then there is an edge in the corner. Let's say black plays here. This is a super good exchange, and later we should play this move, which I suggested. If black plays here, well, actually it's the same. There is no more edge in the corner, but actually, anyway, there is no edge in the corner. Like this move, I mean, there is edge, but there is no life. There is no life in the corner. So this is the way to use the edge, kind of the only way that we get a stone on the outside. So maybe we can be afraid that black captures. But now we play the move from the game. So this is the difference. Now we want to play the move from the game. Now we don't want to play the connection. Why would we? Now this is better. And now this is better. So we don't decide by ourselves. We play a move which forces the opponent to tell us which we should play. By the way, also after this move, there might be some stuff in the corner, I believe. Not sure. But at least this move will be center, right? Or the Kosumi. Okay, in the game it went like this, and here maybe white's move is a little overplay, because black can go through, and then black cut white like this. But here I wanted to teach one LewZG. So after you play like this, your opponent can simply ignore the stone which got cut off, and just run with the group on the outside. White can also try to block, but then the cut is super severe. So white shouldn't block, white should avoid the trouble with playing such moves. So what should black do? Black has an option of playing the wedge immediately, and this is a LewZG which I would say I learned in China. It was my blind spot when I first went to the school in China, and for me it's the Chinese LewZG because I saw it so many times. After this move, if white plays here, white is basically forced to that variation which white didn't want. Well, this is not really a good option, just like in the game, because the group gets cut off. So this is not really good. Then if white plays here, black will simply go through further and not play this one. And if white plays here, black goes further. So black is more on the outside. And if white goes here, well, potentially black can go back to the game variation, but maybe black doesn't have to. Maybe black can push. And again, if white plays here, black is ahead. If white keeps pushing, white tries to be ahead of black, then later black might cut white. So this is how the wedge LewZG works. It's the perfect example of the LewZG which follows the 1-2-3 principle, which Catalin Serrano loves to teach. If you want to play 1-2-3, then go directly to 3, the Chinese wedge LewZG. This, so black cuts, and white's position starts looking more and more miserable. If white keeps extending, black covers white. So white decides to run with the group, but then Hana on the head of 3 stones is a real disaster for white. Probably it was better for white to play like this than to first. It's again, by the way, an example of riding a wounded horse. The principle which I was mentioning in the review of the game of Kevin with Cesare. So if you're interested, just watch this. Exactly the same. You have a problem which you need to fix. You have a wounded horse, and you feel like, oh, I don't want to heal the horse right away because it feels so slack, and my opponent gets very fast, gets ahead of me. So I would rather ride the wounded horse, ride it further and further, and you start making center exchanges. You make a center exchange. The opponent answers. You make another. The opponent keeps answering. Here, it's not really like center exchanges, but like some fight on the outside, which keeps black unable to kill your horse, kind of. But anyway, it's very often about center exchanges, this principle. And then, what do? At one point you realize, oh, I cannot keep riding this wounded horse, because it will soon be killed, or it will soon die. And then you say, okay, now I go back and heal the wounded horse. But all this ride you made before makes the situation much worse for you. So it was better to let it heal before any ride. Now it really looks like a disaster for white. Then white plays this move. It's very important for black to answer and just build this box. But black decided to just kill these stones. Okay, calm move, not really needed. I think that this is much more important. The fight on the right side is already finished, but okay. After this, white can capture, but it would be too slow, so white tries for something more. Oh, white played this. This is a good exchange. Very good. Then 3-3 invasion makes sense, but white loses center. And now black should certainly play here and here. But in the game, black loses center, and then white can start a fight around here. If I was white, I would play this one. And probably after this move, I would go all in. Because this is some chance, right? Because it's not clear that we die. There might be a capturing race. And we are really getting a lot on the outside. But white is afraid of this variation, so white plays more from the outside. Also a reasonable play. And also gets a very beautiful influence. Very good by white. But still the advantage of black from the beginning was too large. And now we can quickly count points to understand how much white needs to win this game. So here is 40, but a bit less. Okay, so let's say that up to here it's 40, with this it's 50, 60, 70. So black has 70 points and 77, let's say 80, 85 and potential. 85 and potential. That's what black has. And white has 40 here, minus 3, so up to here 40, 50, let's say 60, 70 plus Komi. So 77. So white would need to get out of this potential 10 points more than black gets from this potential. And well, we can easily get 10 points, but difficult to stop black from making some profit. So this shows us how much black is leading. Black is leading quite comfortably. White plays here, and I would simply play this one. Okay, white can build points like this, but we will clearly also build quite much, and it will be a good game for black. But black decides to destroy a bit more severely. Also not bad by black. Black goes in, and after all this happened, it's just one goal left for black. Make sure that this group doesn't die, because we are so deep that for sure white can never have the 89 points needed to match our territories. So just run with this group and we won. Black should play here, and then here, game over. But black plays this move, and this is a terrible mistake. We are giving the opponent a chance, completely unnecessary, because we know that we for sure have really enough points. And like this, who knows what happens. White starts to put pressure on black, and well, maybe black thought that, oh, I can always cut white like this. But now white says, no, not always, you can do it. Now that you made such a fat group, maybe I can kill it, sacrifice those 3 stones. Black even captured them. That was really bold by black, because now it's becoming 50-50 kind of. Yeah, is white connected? I think white is more or less connected. If black plays this, white can go here. So white is not totally connected, not completely connected, unfortunately. This is another option, but it's kind of the same. Okay. Yeah, but still, the game is just very good for black. So if we can only make sure that the group doesn't die, we are good. We are good in this game. But we need to play it carefully with good shapes. This and this and this, right? This is the easy way to win the game for black. Yes, exactly. Just push here, just push here. And this capture, it's really an unnecessary risk and a very big risk. So now it's a fight. And who knows, maybe white can just play here and win the game, because does black have enough space to make life? Oh, this is a center move, right? Black can play like this. It's center. Yeah, it's center. But still, not completely clear. So this is a chance for white. White played from the outside, but then white got cut off. And unfortunately, after this cut, there is also the problem of this stone. So it was very important to connect there. Maybe white could have started with this move because black's block is center, but then very important to play here. Yeah, black got lucky that black can cut white like this. Yeah. And now it's a fight. Actually, making this eye doesn't make much sense, because it doesn't create a new liberty, and there are two shared liberties. Black will maybe now need to destroy the other eye, so okay, but still it doesn't give white a liberty, and black will destroy a liberty by playing the next move. So maybe for liberties it's best to, can we play here, play this one, or well, this for sure we can play. Yeah, and then this. Maybe no, maybe jump. Okay, let's jump. But probably black has more liberties. Looking at it, just it seems that black has more. Just it looks like black has a bit more liberties. Yeah, two more. Yeah. So yeah, so in the game white doesn't have two eyes, and black can create even more liberties, so white resigned. So there was a chance for white at the end. Maybe if white plays well, there is a possibility to kill black's group. Probably black could live, but it would not be easy had white made sure that there is no capturing race, that it's just about killing black's group. Okay, that's all about this game, and let's move to the next one.